A lot of great memories for me personally when I hear that song. Back when I was a young record company guy, working with Ace for the first time and getting to know Ace Frehley for the first time. And it takes me back to, what was it, 87, something like that. It's amazing how time flies, but still a great sounding record, Into the Night, from the first album from Frehley's Comet, from Ace Frehley. And now here we are in 2014, and my old friend joins me live on the phone from, I'm not sure exactly where. Where are you at, Ace?
Las Vegas.
Ah. I wish I was you, man. Are you at the tables yet or what?
No, I just pulled into town. I'm actually in the parking lot of a Shell station.
How are the gas prices in Vegas these days?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not paying attention to it. I had to stop at this recording studio I'm working. I'm working at Hideout Studios, working with Kevin Kirko and Ronnie you know Ronnie's last name. Mancuso.
I've been there many times.
I had to drop off my guitars before I hit the hotel.
I've been there many times. Good people, great studio, and it's a fun place to record. I can't wait to see and hear what comes out of there for you. But I know we'll get a quick update on your latest record, but obviously there has been a ton of speculation and people wondering what's going on. Last time we had you on this show, it was a big celebratory call because you had just been officially inducted with Peter, Gene, and Paul into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's good, Ed. Celebratory?
It was celebratory. We were excited. Everybody was happy.
It's very good.
Well, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You were excited. You were talking about, getting into the costume again and getting ready to go jam with them, and now here we are, and you've got some news for us. So the platform is yours. What's going on?
Oh, the news. Oh, well, I don't think Kiss fans are going to be too excited and happy about the news, because at this juncture, Paul and Gene have decided to perform with Tommy and Eric, and it looks like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are going along with it, and I won't be performing at this juncture. The way things are at this point right now.
When was this news relayed to you, Ace?
Just the last 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. It was kind of up in the air, and then, But the main reason I wanted to come on your show was because, like as you said, the last time I was on, it was a very exciting and happy call, and, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was very excited about having the 4 original members who are being inducted to perform at the ceremony, and that was shot down by Paul and Gene. And now, it's kind of like regroup and figure out, well, if I'm not going to put on the makeup and do a 3-song reunion for the fans, then what am I going to do? And right now, I'm not even sure if I'm going to show up or not,
So, obviously, this is a huge bit of news and a huge bomb, if you will, because there are a lot of people that were expecting, hoping, myself included, that at least for a song or two, being that the original 4 were going in, that indeed would happen. Yeah. And you're saying that, for the record, you're saying that Gene and Paul have said they're refusing to perform with you and Peter.
Yeah, and makeup and do a reunion. Yeah, that's been shut down.
Would they perform with you guys under any circumstances?
I don't know, but I'm not going to get on the stage with Tommy wearing my makeup. That's absurd.
Right. No, I understand that, but I mean, you said in makeup, but would they? I mean, is it the makeup the issue, or they just don't want to play with you?
No, they just shut down. Doing any type of reunion with us, with makeup, without makeup, with bombs, without bombs. And, it's like I'm in the middle, I shouldn't say the middle, I'm at the tail end of my record, and it's been very upbeat. Here I am in Vegas, with Rachel and her friend, and, I'm going to the studio tomorrow night, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, and, this has just been like, a thorn in my side because, every day there's a different story, maybe you can come and get up and do New York Groove. And if you don't do it with Kiss, you can do it with a celebrity lineup, and that was shot down. And, it's very frustrating, and it's also, distracting it's my attention, from the most important thing right now that I'm doing is working on music and creating, So it's very frustrating and a little disheartening, but, it was very important that I let the fans know that, because the tickets are going on sale Monday, and I didn't want people buying tickets thinking that they were going to see a Kiss reunion and then be disappointed.
Well, that's a great point, because I personally know somebody who was planning on buying a $650 ticket and coming from very far away for the express reason because he thought he was going to see the original band, at least for a song. And that's important. I can imagine the timing to get that out there right now, because you don't want people to, you want people to know before they go and spend that kind of money.
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame. I know it's what the fans wanted. I know it's what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame wanted. And, it's not going to happen. And, I'm a little disappointed, but, the gloves are off, Ed. My new book's, I'm working on my second book. I got the new record. What will be in the future will be, No matter what happens, I'm fine. And I'm having fun, and I'm creating great music, and, my life's great,
Well,
and I can't let this, any negativity, I got to just let it roll off my back and continue doing what I've been doing, making great music.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I can understand how this would weigh on you because, and listen, from Peter's side of things, I know that his wife called me tonight, knew you were calling in, and said that she fully is dealing with the same thing you are, and they've been told that Peter is not allowed to perform with the band either. So,
you hear the sirens?
Yeah, I do. Sounds like New York, not Vegas. Hey.
Well, yeah, Vegas is pretty crazy.
Hey, Ace, when did you...
Yeah, buddy.
Have you had any direct conversations with Gene and Paul lately about this? Have you talked to them directly?
No, I had that one phone call, which I kind of conveyed to you when I was on your show, way back, 6 or 8 weeks ago.
Right.
And it was a congratulatory call. I'll use your word.
Right.
Your terminology.
Well, it was. Celebratory is what I said. But
oh, you said, well, okay. Well, it was I guess a combination of both.
Yeah.
But, and in that call, they kind of led me to believe that, we were going to get together and do something. And then, pretty much, the rug's been pulled out. But, no worries,
Why do you think they don't want to play with you and Peter?
I don't know, and at this point, I really don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't care. It's like, enough already. Hey, you don't want to do something for the fans after 40 years of them supporting you. It's something the fans wanted. It's something the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame asked of all four of us. They shut it down. It is what it is, and I don't completely understand it, but those guys do a lot of things that don't make sense to me.
There are still a couple months just under before the ceremony actually happens in Brooklyn. A
couple of months. It's April 10th.
Right. So we're at mid-February now. So a little less than whatever it is, 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Okay.
You
gonna go, Ed?
I'm not going to go if you and Peter aren't there.
Yeah.
And if you're not playing, I'm not. I mean, all due respect, but I mean, if you're not playing, I mean, I don't need to be there.
I'm not playing. So I asked the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame if I could get up and just perform New York Groove with either Peter and/or a celebrity group or whatever the case may be, and they shut that down. And that I don't completely fully understand either. But I don't make these decisions, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, is a bunch of guys sitting in a room trying to make sense of whatever. I don't know.
Right. I got a call.
I mean, I'm going, if I show up, it'll be for the fans. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you'll make that decision, I guess, when it gets closer, but you're here to say that officially that the invitation has not been extended to you to play. Peter's not playing, and that
it was extended by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
To the four of us who were being inducted, and it was shut down. So.
Well, and I can tell you that I got a call tonight when it was announced that you were going to come on from the director and producer of the show, a gentleman by the name of Joel Gallen, who told me that that indeed is the case, that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's hope and wish, since they are only inducting the original band, was that the original band would play. But the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is not going to tell the current KISS that they can't play, and that was his position on it because, you know, but the one thing he said is that anything, he sees scenarios where things could potentially change between now and the date that it actually happens. But in order for that to happen, something would have to happen soon. I mean, you guys need to be prepared for this.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I can't let it run too much space in my head because I'm finishing up a record. You know, I'm going into the mixing process. There's still 2 or 3 new songs that are, you know, I wrote a couple of songs with Rachel that have turned out fantastic, and it's just going to be a great record. And you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, I'm so excited and up about all this, and I have to be, you know, distracted by this nuisance about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and, you know, these idiots who don't want to do this for the fans. It's just, you know, it doesn't make any sense to me, but, you know, well, you know, like they say in the Bible, what you sow, you reap.
Yeah, it is a hard one to get your head around because it's not like you're talking about a tour or a full show. You're talking about a song or two.
And I don't even want to talk about it anymore. You know, like I said, you know,
right.
I'm going in the studio tomorrow. I'm here in Vegas. I want to check into my hotel and have some fun, play some blackjack and roulette, and move on. You know, because you know, I'm in a situation now where I feel like I'm helpless because you know the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is kind of shutting me out. Paul and Gene is shutting me out, and you know. And I'm the one getting inducted.
Right. You
know, I have no idea, and it doesn't make total sense to me, but, you know.
Well, I appreciate...
I'm just one guy, you know.
I get it. I appreciate you, you know, coming on my show
it's
to...
It's an unfortunate situation, and it's unfortunate for the fans, you know. We're being inducted because of the fans, and I feel like, you know, the fans are being let down, and... You know, I'm upset about it. I got to be honest with you, but I'm trying not to let it get to me because, like I said, I got to finish this record, and I got to think positive. So you know, I want to move forward, but you know, it's upsetting.
No, and listen, there's nobody more upset right now than the huge majority of KISS fans around the world that are going to be getting this news one way or the other very soon. And you know, it's out of your hands though. You've offered, and there's nothing you can do. So you can't force yourself in there, and I think that it's great that you have decided to make this public, though, just before these tickets went on sale, because the last thing you want is people making this huge effort to come to this thing, expecting to see you, and then have it reflect on you that you're not there. You're here to say that you're not allowed to perform, and you won't be performing, and get that out there before people purchase tickets.
Yeah, well, you know, I didn't want people buying tickets and then, you know, getting stuck with them. So, you know, here I am, and thanks so much for the platform and allowing me to, you know, let everybody know what's going on. And I'm going to check into my hotel and have some fun tonight. Rock and roll.
All right. Well, listen, have a good time in Vegas. Good luck at the tables. Send my best.
Hey, I love you, my brother.
I love you too, man. And send my best to Kevin and Ronnie, and good luck with the rest of the record. And, yeah, think positive things, man, and make a kick-ass record and worry about whatever else happens.
Everything's great, you know. This too shall pass, you know.
All right, you got it. Send my best.
I'm more upset for the fans than anybody, to be honest with you.
I understand. Well, at the end of the day, I'm just a fan too. So I mean, this is news that sucks, and I'm sure it's going to be dissected and discussed a lot. But you put it out there, and I'm glad that you did. And hopefully, it's a weight off your back, and you can go have some fun and make a great record.
All right. Thanks so much, and I want to just say thanks to all the fans who've supported me over the last 40 years. Hope I don't trip over my beard when I get out of the car.
All right, man. Have a good one. I'll talk to you, all right?
All right, my brother. I'll talk to you soon.
There he goes, Ace Frehley. Amazing. You can't... Wow. Heavy stuff, and clearly not stuff that the huge majority of KISS fans were waiting to hear. This is a bombshell, to say the least, about no performance from the original lineup of Kiss being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Because according to Ace, and Peter backed this up on the phone earlier when he knew Ace was going to come on, that both Ace and Peter were denied the opportunity to perform with Gene and Paul at the induction by Gene and Paul. That they've declined to allow them to play. And again, let's be clear about this. They can do that because they control Kiss. From a business standpoint, they own the entity Kiss. Now, where you can put a lot of blame on the Hall of Fame about this is a couple places, as I kind of break this down a little bit. And listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I have been aware of what's going on here for a while now from various people, not just Ace and not just Peter. I've been fielding calls since it was announced, just, asking for my opinion and my advice and what have you, because I'm fairly close to this situation. And I'm a guy that's been screaming about Kiss finally getting in for 15 years. And there's been a lot of people sounding stuff off of me, and I've been giving honest, objective information. But I knew this has been a problem. And if you really look at this, the history here, it's interesting because, as Ace said, last time he was on, all the right things were said. The calls were made. Gene went in Rolling Stone. Sure, what the heck, I'll play a song. Something turned, and then the first big warning sign of a problem was when Paul Stanley on his Twitter said unlikely he would perform with the original band, and no way would he do it with them wearing makeup. So that was the first big red flag that there was a big turn here. And behind the scenes, this has been trying to be worked out because the Hall of Fame clearly wants the original 4 members. That's all they are inducting. Paul Stanley is not happy about that. If you read his recent interview in Rolling Stone, he felt everyone, or at least the current band, should also be inducted. And there's differing views on that. So where the Hall of Fame, where you can, very easy to point the finger at Gene and Paul here because obviously they are the ones at the end of the day saying they will not play with Ace and Peter. That is what we've learned tonight, and that is why we realize that performance is not going to happen. There will be no Kiss reunion as of now, unless something radically changes very soon, maybe in light of what just happened here, who knows. But there will not be a performance from Kiss at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the original band. What may happen, and what they're saying now, is that the performance will be with Tommy and Eric, the current band, which obviously is not going to fly with Ace and Peter, and they're not going to partake in that for obvious reasons. So, but the Hall of Fame could say to Kiss, well, then nobody plays. What if they did that? You won't play with the band being inducted. The 2 guys, Ace and Peter, feel disrespected by this, and we have issues, so maybe nobody plays. But the Hall of Fame is caving and saying, well, we'll take a Kiss performance with the current band, even though 2 of those guys aren't being inducted, then no Kiss performance at all. And that puts, that's where the Hall of Fame is taking a side, so to speak. It is crazy. It really is. And unfortunate for a band that always says the fans come first. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find Kiss fans that didn't want to see this. No one was looking for, I certainly wasn't, a reunion tour, a reunion show, anything. But a song or 2 with Ace and Peter, and then they could play with whoever. I mean, I don't understand it. But there's been a lot of things as a lifelong Kiss fan I haven't understood. And last thing I'll say, again, My door is and always has been open to everyone. You hear from Ace and Peter on this show because they choose to use it and to connect and communicate with their fans. My door, this is not me taking sides. I can only talk to people who will talk to me. And I try to be as objective as possible. So I want that out there as well. But these guys have said it, and they put it out there honestly. So forget about it. If you're buying tickets to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thinking you're seeing the original band of Kiss perform, as Ace just confirmed, it's not happening. Gene and Paul are not allowing it. That's the words of Ace, and I can tell you, Peter confirmed it earlier tonight privately on the phone with me and said his wife and Peter said it's fine to relay that he is in the same exact boat as Ace. Last thing I'll say, and I got to take a break and then come back and wrap it up. The only thing I can say is that things change. And that's where we're at now, and it's important that that's out there now, that people know that before these tickets go on sale. Because let's be honest, the Kiss reunion at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is by far the biggest driver of selling seats. So we now know that is not happening, and unless something radically changes and gets announced, it's not happening. So you need to know that. I got a friend that spent $650 for a ticket. He's probably looking to sell it or get a refund right now, and I don't mean to laugh, just true. So anyway, man, if you've been a Kiss fan your whole life like I have, it's never a dull moment. Thank you to Ace for breaking that exclusive news right here on the Eddie Trunk Show. And you guys can digest and make of that what you will, but that is exclusive news, and I'm sure making the rounds worldwide at this very second, as everyone will decipher and discuss that. And again, the only thing I can tell you is things could change, but I don't think that anyone would be coming forward and saying all this if there was a chance that that could happen. Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap it up after this.